Hello my friends and welcome back to episode 17 of my leveling guide of Fractured Online. In the last episode we revisited Hardwood and got all the enemies running around there to 100%. I've since ridden back to the starter town. That's the same town where we stranded after the tutorial. We were able to choose the starter town and we choose the southern one. This is exactly the town I traveled to, and there's a reason for that, because we're going to hunt down goblins again today. To be more precise, I already announced in the last episode that we are going to acquire the Protection from Fire ability. Let's take a look at that ability. We can see that we can get the ability from two enemy types. The first is the Goblin Fire Shaman and the second is the Crazy Pyromancer. We're going to take out the Goblin Fire Shamans that are running around in this goblin area. More specifically, we find the shamans at these 4 hotspots, which are outlined with my mouse pointer. The hotspots are connected by this 4-way crossroad in the middle. We will walk the 4 hotspots from one hotspot to the next one. In each of these hotspots there's a fire shaman. I was told that there are even 2 shamans in the western hotspot. In my test run I didn't see the second shaman, but I didn't look for him either. I'm going to do that live in this episode as well. If you have to wait for the fire shamans to respawn, they have a respawn rate of 10 minutes again. You can also go west or south to a warg pit and shoot the big wolves there. The wargs are also not yet at 100% and are thus the means of choice to bridge the time until the shamans respawn. Let's take a closer look at the fire shaman. You see, I have already brought him to 11% within the last episodes. You get the Protection from Fire ability at 40%, which means in my case I have to get 29 more percentage points. You will receive 2 to 3 percentage points per fire shaman. Do the math and calculate how many more of these shamans you need to kill. Armed with this knowledge, get on your horse and ride south to the goblin camp. By the way, if you are wondering about the sound of the game in this episode, it's because I installed a Windows update shortly before recording the episode, which totally messed up all my sound settings. I didn't realize this until after the recording, so now you don't hear any effects in this episode. So when something shoots at me or whenever I shoot at something, there are no sound effects. I apologize for this. With the next episode the bug will be fixed, of course. I reached the camp and now I just ride through here. I don't want to fight any goblins at all, but just reach this northern hotspot. Once you've reached the northern hotspot, walk in there slowly and kill any goblins that might get in your way during the fight with the shaman. At the top right you can already see the first shaman. I kill the 2 wolves first so that they can't interfere in the fight. As soon as the wolves are dead, shoot the shaman. And the first shaman is dead. Loot the shaman and then get back on your horse to ride to the next hotspot. I always run the hotspots clockwise, but it doesn't matter if you visit the hotspots clockwise or counterclockwise. It doesn't make any difference and you can run one way or the other at your convenience. On the right runs the second fire shaman. Shoot him down. There are rumors that the shaman should die faster if you don't miss him. There, finally hit him and with that he should drop dead right away. Now that the second shaman is dead, run to the southern hotspot and take care of the third shaman. The fire shaman is waiting on the top right. Kill the 2 goblins first so they can't interfere in the fight. Then attack the shaman. This also makes the 3rd Goblin Fire Shaman history. You can also ride over the bridge from one hotspot to the next one. The hotspots are directly connected with bridges, so you don't have to walk over the 4-way crossroad in the middle every time. On the right, the 4th shaman is waiting for you. Shoot him. The 4th shaman is also history. I'm going to search in the western hotspot because I was told there should be a 5th shaman there. I'm going to look for him real quick. Indeed, I found the 5th shaman. He shot me from the hut earlier. He's north of the hut, let's shoot him. So you can actually kill 5 shamans if you follow this round. As you can see, I now have the shamans at 24%. As mentioned before, you get 2 to 3 percentage points per shaman. I got 13 percentage points for 5 shamans. That means if you extrapolate that, I need a little more than 2 rounds to get to 40%. And that is exactly what you are doing now. You run from one hotspot to the next and kill the shamans until you get the ability Protection from Fire. As you can see, the first shaman didn't respawn on me yet. As I already said, the respawn time is 10 minutes. What I always like to do is to run to the left to the warg pit. There I always kill all the wargs for the knowledge points. The wargs are not yet at 100%, so you can combine the killing of the wargs with the killing of the shamans, so you're not standing around doing nothing while waiting for the shamans. Inside the warg pit there are at least 6 of these wargs. Shoot all the wargs and then ride back to the first shaman. I'm now at a point where I only have to kill one more shaman, and that's the shaman I'm going after now. This unlocks the Protection from Fire ability, which means the goal of this episode has been achieved. If you have enough knowledge points, you need 2000, you can learn the ability right away. Unfortunately, I don't have 2000 knowledge points, so I'll have to wait until the next episode. But that doesn't matter at all. We will need this skill anyway when we travel to Erhen, but that will take a little while. That brings us to the end of the episode. We will visit the bandit camp down here in the next episode, then discover the 9 hotspots there and also bring many of the bandits to 100%. You see, you're going to have a lot to do in the next episode. Collect stones and branches for campfires. You need at least 2 campfires for the next episode, better even 3 campfires. During my last run I almost ran out of energy because I only had materials for 2 campfires and I couldn't find any stones inside the camp. So better collect 30 stones before you go to the bandit camp in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this episode, please press the like button, and if you want to see more videos in the future, subscribe to my channel. Until then, be well and take care.